Okay, the time is, hold on. 8:22 p.m., May 29th, 2025. As soon as he went in the house, it's on film, right underneath my chair. See, look at my hand. Look. Right down there in that compartment. Metal. As soon, I'm not going to look at myself. As soon as I'll just, don't judge me, you know. I get so much hate on the internet. That's all I get because it's terrorists stalking me night and day. As soon as he went in, Jesus told me film them the fuck walk in the house. Like, stick your hand out. Everything that I filmed, I was instructed to do it. And they stopped and both looked up. I was like, Jesus told me to film them walking in. They didn't like that. And then, so as soon, and get this, so I stood by the window. I stood right by my radiator. It was a good 30 seconds. I didn't come immediately back to my chair. I closed the window once I turned the camera off. And Jesus said, stand right there. Don't walk. Don't move. Stand still right there in front of the window. I thought, okay, he wants me standing in front of the window. These fuckers are always stalking me. And then it was like 30 seconds, pushing a minute. And then as soon as I walked over to my chair, he said, okay, sit down. All this metal, like hard objects went right underneath my chair where I pointed here. See my hand? Down there, under the floor in that compartment. Yeah. And so obviously beyond the tech aspect with the manufactured chemical stenches in this fucking place and everything they're cramming and shoving, propelling under the floors from 1511, from 1507, the hate messages aren't just for stalking, aren't just for et cetera, they have a big link a lot of the times to apps, to cell phones, to IEDs, okay? And right as I sat down, I had the camera app off. He had me touching the Instagram. He had me stand there in front of the window and he said, stand there. I must have been standing for a minute. He said, upload it right now. Stand in front of the window, don't walk, start uploading it right now to Instagram. I figured, okay, I'm standing in front of the window, they're stalking as usual, and I'm gonna upload it standing by the window. Get on that Instagram app is what I did. And then once it got onto the Instagram, it was going. He said, okay, sit down. And as soon as I started to walk over and sit down, all this noise came from under my floor, right underneath my chair. So this is way more to the apps, way more to the stalking, the text, the typing, the whole transaction of the codes and computer aspect of the apps and these chemical IEDs, chemical weapon IEDs. I've definitely been schooled on that here, some of the function of that. But I'm just in shock. As long as they keep saying that my rash is lupus, that everything's my fault, that I'm a psycho, that I don't smell dead bodies, that all these men around here are perfectly fine, that I'm crying and having a mental health crisis. Just keep typing and typing and typing that while I'm sleeping. Type that while I'm awake. Every breathing second of my life, keep telling me that this isn't happening, and do it every fucking 5 seconds on Twitter. Leave those messages, man, like it's raining. And as long as they do that, they just keep bringing perpetually cops, every last city department person here to back them up because this place is protected by the fucking Pentagon. The dead bodies are making me fucking break down, dude. You don't know what it's like. I went out there this morning and went back to sleep around 7 or whatever. It was just dead bodies the whole fucking time, just reeking. And that's not the bomb I fucking smelled when I woke up. Remember I said that? There's a fucking chemical explosive in the house? Every day there's been chemical explosives. And then what's in the paper? That fucking Russian scoundrel, fucking traitor to Russia, who likes to run around and say he's Ukrainian, he's Russia, he's with America, he's fighting Ukraine. He's not. He's fucking attacking Russian military from Ukraine. That's why he got killed. That guy went out. So that makes sense why there's been so much IEDs in here. Yeah, because there's a huge Russian link to this compound. So these fucking terrorists that all just came back, the ones in the yard, I'm so bummed out. Bummed out is wrong word, that fucking practicing cannibal just came back. But what did I say? They don't leave. That guy ran for his life that day, and he still comes fucking back. They don't have Ukraine. That dude you read in the paper that got blown up, they don't got Ukraine. So they come back here. I don't know who they're counting on. Probably more U.S. Fed, someone who just bit the dust under my chair. More Pentagon was exposing themselves and their balls to the neighborhood. Over there, I'm never allowed to film those fucking creeps over there. The way that shit works over there, those two houses, when I first moved in here, they built this gigantic Fort Knox fence. It was beyond belief. We'll talk about it later, okay? It was about a year after I moved in, once the GRU came. They started constructing the fence of everything over there. We'll definitely talk about that later. Okay, that hooker and that house that you saw that man exposing himself to the neighborhood, that's the hooker that I've always pointed out, that white Aryan, white nationalist professional sex worker. That is the entire two structures of that house. Like this shit works here with the houses. It's a compound. So that is federal Pentagon. This is some huge Russian link in this place. So, yeah. And so they just marched in. They're opening the garage door. I'm not supposed to keep filming them opening and closing their garage doors. They just walked into a compound that doesn't have their Ukraine, that doesn't have their Russian military fucking protecting them. It's really, really, really big right now that they don't have that anymore. Okay, so I was sobbing so hard today. I was drooling. I cannot take any more dead, stinking bodies filling up my house and having these men, all these men, texting me, telling me every last thing horrible, and that my face and my blurred vision, I mean, they are gassing the living fucking life out of me in here. Half of the chemical weapons being used in here are not at me. They're not at me, but I'm still in it, and you can see the effects and the blurred vision. Oh my God, and the bleeding gums and the diarrhea. To have these men just keep texting me saying, I've got every last, bowel syndrome and lupus, and they're blaming me. But what they're doing, folks, is they're talking about their chemical weapons on the fucking internet. And they just walked into a compound of chemical weapons without their fucking Ukrainian Russians. What did I say? All I'm smelling is dead fucking corpses and fucking chemical explosive weapons almost every day. The one that was in my extra room was so strong, my whole head, your whole head just, I've had hair loss. I have hair loss from the chemical weapons that caused me to go diarrhea. I have to get some hair regrowth now. No, if you saw the amount of hair that I lost, you would say, what happened? What happened, Heidi? So the face, the hair, the vision, the dental, but they're just going to keep denying it. It's just me. I'm just imagining this. As I film this, they've been running a million texts through. It's for the IEDs. It's connected to the apps. I owe the tech department and these guys that come in and take out these bombs that you can clearly hear are shoved and crammed under the floor. They're heavy, they're hard, they're really, really loud metal grinding, scraping objects that are routinely just like, here, I don't have something to do it with. I don't have something that hard and metal grinding and scraping on the ground, just like scraping under the floor. And then they just do this like, hey, let's just load this place up with bombs 6 blocks down the street from the White House. We have the politicians, we have DCPD, we have all the fire department, we have all these feds coming in here. These junked out feds with obvious drug habits coming in here. We can't be stopped. Let's just keep texting her, telling her she's fucking imagining it. As she loses all her hair, I can get it back. And Jesus definitely says I will, because it was from chemical exposure. I'm really lucky for that I can get it back. All her hair, her face is rashed out. We'll keep bringing our terrorists endlessly back into the compound. We'll load the place fucking up with corpses so bad that she's drooling and crying from terror. And then we'll just keep texting her and telling her she's a fucked up mess and her neighbors are perfectly good. Okay, I'm going to put these text messages up that they tried to ignite the IED with that I clearly heard, or somebody went down. Don't forget, as soon as I was done taking orders from Jesus, there's the garage door. This is all going again, garage doors. You should hear the rest of this compound. They try to light up some sort of weapon system. What did I tell you? Russian, Ukrainian. With their fucking garage doors. These guys don't realize they don't got no you. Archangel Michael, my guardian angel, was saying they don't have their you. They're walking into a compound without their you. They ain't here, fucking faggots. What's up with these fucking men like that? Those two are twisted fucking Jeffrey Dahmers, and the other one's across the street at the Pentagon with all these guys spreading his legs so they can all look at his balls. Did you see that shit? He wants his friends to look. This is fucking twisted here, dude. They fucking cannibalize here, chop up bodies, make bombs, do whatever they want, and then spread their legs to each other. All these men, you just saw it on camera. These other two are fucking twisted fucking fags. They come in here, they don't have their you. There is no you here. It's a really, really big deal, but you'll have to ask the good guys that I can never talk about. They did some major stuff today. So I don't want to be on camera with a practically bald forehead, rashed out face, bleeding gums, blurred eyes, near and far sight, can't fucking see, running around in here, crying so hard, I'm fucking drooling and hyperventilating, nothing but dead bodies. And every time I walk out my room, oh, do you smell it? Another fucking manufactured chemical weapon. And then, all the other stuff that I still can't talk about, the heavy scraping and shoving and propelling of objects, and massive other stuff that I am forbidden from talking about. Let's just keep coming back into the compound. But you don't have your you, okay? And I don't think your you is coming back.